Okay, so today is December 7th, 2020. I'm here at the Federal Plaza to continue to do my protest. So I'm here every day from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. And so I submitted my case evidence to the FBI. I reported to the FBI about police corruption that I was being set up by this fake cop. And I have evidence of this fake cop with his name on it, right there. Lieutenant J. Cruz. And he has a second name tag that says Hernandez or something. He flipped it over to hide his real identity. So this is the type of setup that I've been framed by the police, that when I reported of this fake cop, they accused me of mental illness. So this is the type of police work that we have been dealing with. And when I reported my case about private investigator, my car got broken in, and I was assaulted at the subway station in November 2020. Both cases happened in November 2020. And I'm sure these cases are linked to private investigators. I left my oil and gas job, and I was being harassed by these private investigators. So I'm pretty sure it has some kind of connection with the job that I left at oil and gas because of an unethical or criminal matter that I didn't want to get involved with. And so ever since I left the job, I was being harassed by private investigators. And I have proof, evidence of these private investigators harassing me. This person, he either is a PI, a private investigator, or works for a private investigator. So this is what they do. They frame you, and if you reported a private investigator to the police, they frame you with mental illness. So, and also, my phone got stolen. I was here last week on Friday, December 4th, and I was doing the protest and recording at the same time. And a security guard, I left my phone here. I normally put my phone here on the concrete foundation of this plant area. And the security guard from this Federal Plaza walked up to my phone, and he reached in the bush and took something and put a cell phone in his jacket, his pocket jacket. And so I reported this to them. The security supervisor, he go by Cordero, Cordero. I told him that the security guard stole my phone, and they deny that he didn't steal the phone or whatever. But I saw him stole my phone. And the FBI also sent out a Homeland Security during my protest, and I'll put the link down there to show you the video of that. This is getting ridiculous because this is the type of police work that you get from the police, NYPD, as well as the FBI. You would think the FBI are doing the right job, like, world-class police. No. It's really corrupt. I've been submitting evidence. It's not that I don't have evidence. I do have evidence. And my website, momseeksjustice.com, you can check the my case information as well as evidence that I posted there. So these are the evidence that the police denied, and they use they framed me for mental illness so that they can use this excuse to cover up the crime of private investigators. And some of these private investigators are former police officers, so they have some kind of link to the police. Yeah, so I'm trying to expose these private investigators because we don't have good laws or strong laws to regulate these private investigators. So anybody can hire them they can harass people, stalk people, or do pretty bad stuff, and there's no regulation for them to stalk you. So I reported my cell phone is stolen for a reason, because I recorded my protests and some of the evidence on my cell phone. So they stole my cell phone to prevent me to provide evidence. And the security guard took my cell phone and he walked back to this area, and so I'm gonna see if he's in today. It's a different security guard today, so those two are not the same security guards from last Friday, so they changed the security guard. The security guard took my phone, was an African American man. He was about 5 feet, large guy, and he was here, but not here today. So these are different security guards. So they're not the same. They switch guards. So no surprise. This is what they do. They can manipulate the system. But I'm gonna continue to protest because I have evidence, and and there's this guy, another security guy that they sent out to try to harass me or stop me from my protest. So yeah, so they either walk in front of me, block my protest, or stole my phone last week, and that's pretty low. Yeah, so FBI, do an investigation. Okay, so I see a security guard walk by, and I want to make sure that they don't steal my phone again. So this is my so this is the evidence I submitted to the FBI. I know that if I submitted false information, it's a pretty serious crime. You can't submit false information and deceive the FBI or the federal agents. And so I told them if I submitted false information, come and arrest me. And the fact that they know my evidence is legit, they're trying to avoid doing an investigation to cover up the crime, because this is a collusion with private investigators collude with police officers. You see that uniform, police uniform. This private investigator wearing a police uniform. Yeah, fake cop. They allow the New York police allow the PI, private investigators, to pose as fake cop so that they can frame me to have mental illness. So this is a type of corrupt police system that we have to deal with, and that's not right. And I submitted this evidence to the FBI. So if the FBI is watching this, come and arrest me if I submitted false information. Okay, so there's the security guard standing there waiting for me to walk away from my phone, so and maybe take my phone again. So I'm not gonna let them take my phone again. So they already took my other phone, and they're waiting for an opportunity to steal this phone. This is my iPhone. So there he is, standing there waiting for me. FBI! Do an investigation! Do not cover up evidence! You have my evidence! Do an investigation! If I submitted false information, come and arrest me! You know my evidence is legit! Do an investigation! FBI! I submitted the evidence of fake cop. Yeah, right here. A picture of fake cop to frame me. You have the police, the New York police frame me with a fake cop. You have the evidence. Do an investigation. Shame on you. First, you sent out a Homeland Security to try to interrupt my protest. And now you got the security to steal my cell phone. My cell phone was stolen last Friday by a security guard. Okay, so I need to make sure I keep an eye on my cell phone because the security guard just walks up and, swipe my phone. That's what they do right in front of Federal Plaza, in front of a FBI office. So this is the FBI office. Yeah, so the security guard stole my cell phone in front of the Federal Plaza. Who steals a cell phone in front of an FBI office? Really? People don't do that. People don't steal cell phones in front of FBI office. Okay, so, and the security guard stole my cell phone last Friday. He just walked up my phone and took it. And I reported it to the police, and the police, they're not going to do anything about it. They just took down the information, walked away. That's it. End of the story. This is the type of police that we have here in New York City. FBI! Do an investigation! You have my evidence! Do an investigation! You know my evidence is legit! Right here! I have picture evidence and I have video evidence of a fake cop set up by a New York police to frame me, to have mental illness so that they can cover up a crime. You have the evidence and you know it's legit. Do an investigation. Do an investigation. Alright, so I'm going to end the video here because I'm scared that they might send somebody and swipe my phone. This is what private investigators do. They broke in my car, took important documents from my car. My car was broken in on November 6, 2020, and I was assaulted 2 days after at the subway station. They sent someone to assault me at the subway station on November 8th, 2020. And I reported both cases to the police. And guess what? The police, for the car break-in, the police gave me 2 different report numbers, case number. And I still don't know which one is real for the car break-in because they gave me 2 case numbers. And for the assault case on November 8th, 2020, the police submitted, they said they sent that case to the DA, and her name is Teresa Gantz, Genthe. She called me, took down the information, and she never called me back. So I asked for an affidavit to sign the statement. She never called me back to sign the statement. So this is the type of police manipulating the system, trying to cover up, because they're colluding with private investigators. So you have the private investigators, committing all these crimes, and you have the police officer covering up the cases. So yeah, this is a pretty serious collusion, and I'm revealing this crime, this corruption. So I'm going to end the video, and I'll provide some of the links of my website and videos.